What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending where you are in the world. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. How's your weekend been so far? Are you enjoying the first day of the weekend? Hopefully you are. And finally figured out how to stream this to the, oh, we got Virginia here waiting in the waiting room. Let's let her in. Finally figured out how to stream live this into the Better Breakup Solution group. So yay to me to learning after a dozen times how to do this. Virginia, welcome. How's it going, my friend?
It's going well, Fernando. How about you?
It's going well as well. How are things in a Big Apple in Manhattan?
Big apple. Hey, it's big. It's an apple. Can't say much more than that.
Good. That's amazing. Good. That's amazing.
Yeah. I have another person for your to put on your list.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Your mailing list. Oh yeah.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. I'll
Awesome.
send that to you. Yeah.
Thank you for that. You're also always so helpful. I'm hearing an echo. I wonder if I need to close a couple windows here. Hang on. No, I think I'm good. So check this out. So I finally figured out how to stream like this into the better. Oh, I'm hearing the echo.
Into what?
Hang on. I need to do something a little different here so I don't hear myself twice. Let me see if that helps. I think that works. Okay. Oh no, I'm hearing myself. Tech support, please help. Let me fix this. Don't know. Okay, so here, not anymore. I think it's gone. Okay, it came back. Here's what I'll like for you to do, Virginia. Can you log out, close Zoom, and come back in?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that might do the trick.
Okay.
And while you do that, for those of you that are watching us live, aren't you excited that we're going to be talking about how to do better breakups? Or as some of you already know, after you hang out with me for a little bit, we don't call them breakups anymore. What do we call them? If you know, go ahead and make a comment below and you're going to win some brownie points. And brownie points are very valuable in my world. It's called the relationship agreement of completion. It's when you complete a relationship. So if you have a meeting with someone or you need to do something and it's called breakup, how would you feel about going and doing it as opposed to what if you want to complete a relationship with someone? What do you feel instead? And if you're not much of a feeler or a person who is kinesthetic, what do you think about when you need to break up with someone? And what do you think about when you need to complete a relationship with someone? Does that change anything? Does that alter the chemistry in your body so that when you think about doing the thing of breaking up and you reframe it to completing the relationship, you no longer have those thoughts that could be negative? Welcome back, Virginia.
Thank you.
I think that did the trick. Oh no, it's back. Okay, so here's what I'd like for you to do, Virginia. I'd like for you to mute yourself when you're not speaking.
when you're not.
Okay, yeah, that did the trick. I think that it's only gonna happen if I'm doing streaming this to Facebook. So the robots might have a bug where I hear myself if it's streaming to Facebook as well as Zoom. Cool. I don't hear myself anymore. So if you want to make a comment, ask a question, Virginia, please, you know where to press the unmute button. Sounds good? All right, cool. So I was just giving folks the introduction to someone that probably has never heard of the Better Breakup Solutions. And I'm going to recap that real quick. So once people come to the Better Breakup Solutions, they quickly realize we don't call it breakup anymore. We call it the relationship completion. We call it a relationship completion. That's what we call it. And in the relationship completion, the reason why it began, it was because me and my ex at the time, we had been together for about 14 months and we loved each other dearly. And we were on a trip. We're going to a trip, a 10-hour drive to a ski mountain. We were going to ski and snowboard for 7 days. It was February, was snowing quite a bit, was good. We're gonna get some powder, some fresh powder, as the snowboarders say and skiers say. And we're happy about the trip, excited. We had lodging set up with a beautiful house, a room in a beautiful house with some new friends that we were going to meet up with and stay with. And we were feeling super taken care of even before we got there. On the trip to this mountain, Lake Tahoe, California, we're doing some exercises. My girlfriend at the time, she got a book for us, and the title of the book, I believe, was called The Two of Us, or Both of Us, something like that. And it was a series of questions, dozens of questions about that for couples to ask one another, and with the intent of getting to know each other better, even if couples had been together for a long time. And I thought that was such a nice gesture for a partner to do. So she got a book. She thought, you know what, let's do this book on our trip to Lake Tahoe, in this 10-hour drive. And what happened was, about 4 hours into the drive, we got into this conversation where it was not an argument. It was not an argument that we got into. It was more of a conversation of, she and I realized we didn't have enough in common to continue the relationship, even though we loved each other. So so if you can picture this, we are on a 10-hour drive to go to a ski resort to spend 7 days. And after 4 hours of being in the car together, we realized that we didn't have enough. Either you can call it compatibility, you can call it values, you can call it even will, to make it work. So we had to make a decision. I pulled over to the shoulder. It was a very emotional moment for us. We had to make a decision. Do we continue driving 6 more hours and spend 7 more days together, knowing that she and I had just realized we were not meant to be together? Or do we turn around, drive 4 hours back to our hometown at the time, and just end the relationship? And guess what we did? Exactly. We decided to let's have the best 7 days of our lives together, and let's end this relationship when we get back home. And that's what happened. So we had to become people that we were not, meaning we had to embrace that we could love each other for another 7 days, spend 7 days together, snowboard, ski, knowing that in 7 days we were going to end the relationship. And some of you might think, oh, that would have been terrible if I was in your shoes, or if I was in your position, because then I would be only thinking about of anxiety or feeling anxious about, the breakup. And it was one of the 7 days in my life that I meditated the most because I needed it. And as far as I can remember, my girlfriend at the time, she did too. And in one of the meditations, I got this idea of honoring the relationship that she and I had by completing it. Instead of having a breakup, let's complete it, and in a way that's super honorable, so that as we end the relationship, she is empowered, I'm empowered. And also, I wanted to not only honor the relationship that she and I had, I wanted to have some type of the love that we had for each other, to find out if there was a way to memorialize that love in a way that it happened, and we're putting in writing, and we know why we're ending the relationship. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're ending. So she agreed, and we had good 7 days of vacation, snowboarding, skiing. And then when we got back to our hometown after the 7 days, the following day was Valentine's Day. And we decided to have our relationship completion on that day. So February 14th. So we got together, we had a last date. We went to the beach. And you may be thinking, how in the world would you be having quote unquote fun, knowing that she and I were going to end the relationship? I'll tell you, it was emotional to me in a way that, and also for her, I could tell it was emotional for her. And because both of us, we liked personal growth and development, I could tell that she and I had good intentions of having the last date and using the last date to have a relationship agreement written, relationship agreement of completion. So that's why it worked. If I was maybe a little bit different, or if she would have been a little bit different, I believe it would not have worked. So that's what happened. So we had a date at the beach. It was fun, very endearing, and we just knew. And you know what helped a lot? It was the 7 days being away from home. 7 days being away from home together, knowing that each day that went by was one day closer to ending the relationship. And we were treating each other, and because we were at someone's house, so someone was hosting us at the mountain. It's this beautiful house. So we were on our best behavior, not that we are in our less than best behavior, but we were like, even with an awareness, like, we need to really behave here because we are someone's house. So that helped too. So we were extremely kind to one another, and that helped, I believe, ease our hearts and emotions and feel like, yeah, we treat each other nice. We can end this. We know better. It's not going to work long term, and it's okay. So fast forward, we are at the beach. It's February 14th, and we are, we're ending the date. So I said, okay, so let's go to my place and start the relationship agreement of completion. And so we did, and I had her start typing it because we did it in Spanish, and my Spanish is not very good when it comes to writing it, and she's amazing at writing documents in Spanish. So she started typing, and the first thing we typed was the three lists that I've been sharing with. So the first list is acknowledgements, and in acknowledgements, another word for that is what I like about my ex, or the person that I'm ending the relationship with, and just write as many things as possible. So we typed. First, I went type, maybe like 10, 20, 30 things. And then turned the laptop to her, and then she typed. And then we're like, let's not read each other's answers for now. And then we got to the second list. If you know what that is, comment below. And if you get it right, you get extra brownie points. And here's the second list. The second list is the lessons learned. And the lessons learned are all the things that you didn't like about your ex, or that you don't like about the person you're ending the relationship with. So that's the second list. And so you probably get what's happening here. So first we wrote all the positive things, positive attributes about the other person. It could be big things, it could be little things. It could be such as, I love that my partner took me to XYZ on my birthday and it was amazing. Or it could be, I love that my partner used to, or picked up his socks, or picked up after himself and around the house. And it could be something so small. And what the goal of the first list, if you probably have figured this out already, if you haven't, here it is to get you in an emotional state where you are changing your body chemistry. So you're writing all these good things you appreciate about your ex. So if you're having a hard time finding good things about your ex, then you would go ahead and go to the little things, like, I like that, that person was neat, or that person, kept his working area organized, or that they cooked an amazing omelet, or they made amazing tea. I mean, who doesn't make great tea? Everyone makes great tea, right? So if you get in the mode of coming up with this ways of looking at your ex, and some of you might think, oh, I don't want to fall in love with them. Stop right there. You're not going to fall in love with them because of the second list. So go ahead and do the first list. If you're watching this on replay, you can pause. And so if you, after pausing this, we're going to continue. So this is the second list. So the second list, you write everything that you don't like about the partner, the ex-partner. And here you can go edit. You can just go all those things you didn't like about them. Could be big things, could be small things. And the bigger the list, the better for both lists. Because you wrote first about the positive though, and your body chemistry changed because you are in a good mood, the way you're going to write about your second list, it's going to be very, I'm going to use the word logical. There's a better word that I could use. you're going to be clear-minded. You're going to be clear-minded. It's going to be so clear. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. All these things. And you're going to be able to write because you prepped yourself or prepared yourself to be in a good mood before writing the second list. So make sure you write the first list as the positive, and then you go to the second list, that's the negative. And then the second list being the negative, there's a lot of good there. There's a lot of good there, and we're not going to talk about it today, but that list is the most important list. And when people go through the Better Breakup Solutions, which takes 2 hours, they come out of the session with a blueprint for their ideal partner. Okay, so let me close that loop there. Let's go to list number 3. Let me take a sip of my green tea with blueberries. Go figure. I had to mix and match. All right, so third list is the special agreements or the final agreements. This list is similar to the list of when people get divorced and the divorce attorney hands the divorcees, is there a plural for that word? The people getting divorced, hand them a thing called, what's that form called? Agreement of separation, settlement agreement. Okay, settlement agreement. And in that list, it's who gets what: bank accounts, car, property, kids, pets, you name it. Maybe kids not. I don't think it's still on that list. CD collection, records. So you get the point. So the final agreement, it's like that list, except it's better. And forgive me if attorneys and lawyers are watching this. You probably didn't get any training on how to help people with better breakup solutions. And I'm here to help your clients. So if you're watching this and you're a divorce attorney, divorce lawyer, and you want to get more referrals, let's work together, because I'm going to help your clients move on, so that when you talk with them, it'll be easier to do your settlements. Cool. All right. So that was a shameless ad there, or shameless, what do you call it? Yeah, commercial. So in the third list, it's, for instance, 3 things that I keep sharing that are super important on that list, besides the settlement agreement, is the things that you have at their house and the things they have at your house. How are you going to get it? Are you going to use someone else to get it for you? Or are you going to go over and drop it off, or he or she's are going to come over and bring it to you? That's one. So you decide that when you're doing the better breakup solution, a relationship agreement of completion. Another one, it's the message broadcast, where you type a short message on your phone to send to your loved ones, family and friends. Could be, dear family and friends, like to let you know that me and so just completed our relationship and I'm doing good. And if you do it correctly, you're going to say, I'm doing great. Because if you do the better relationship, the better breakup solution correctly, you're going to be great. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be so charged with energy, because you're going to realize all the lessons that you have learned from the relationship, and you'll be ready to go to your next one with zero processing of pain, loss, grief, fear, anxiety, all of those things that, make great for television, Jerry Springer, Dr. Phil, and, even, I love Oprah, but sometimes, great TV feeds on emotions, and some of the emotions are negative. So the goal here is for people that want to have a better breakup without the negative emotions. So the relationship agreement provides a process for anyone going through it to really end the relationship and be ready. And if it's healthy for you to be single for a month, 2 months, 6 months, then by all means. And it won't be because of negative emotions. It will be because you're becoming someone new. It'll be because you want to develop a part of you that you had not developed before, and that you learned as a lesson in the last relationship. Does that make sense? I hope it is. And if it's a lot to maybe to listen in a short period of time, and you're welcome, if you're watching this on replay, to go back and pause and watch it again. So one more thing so what that does by sending the message to family and friends while you're doing the relationship agreement of completion, it allows you to get procrastination and say, thanks, procrastination, for being in my life for a while, and I'm gonna put you aside for now. And you put it aside and you do it right away. And once you make it public, it's one more step. It's, say, the relationship agreement of completion is several steps. It could be 100 little steps that you take in 2 hours. And that is one important step to make it public, so that people can project to you. So one, you're communicating, which is good for life. It's good for happiness. It's good for relationships. Two, you giving people, showing them you love, because you're communicating about something that's very intimate to you and private. They feel loved that you're sharing. And three, they'll help you with that new truth. See, you are whatever you think you are, plus whatever people project to you. Meaning, if you believe you are an amazing person and you have a great career and you have amazing relationships, however, if the people that are around you don't believe that of you, the relationship is not going to be at the same level. However, if the people that are around you, they project similar values from the values you have internally, then it's so much easier to get stuff done. So when you send that message, it allows people to project back to you what you're projecting, which is the relationship was completed. I'm feeling great and I love you. Let me know if you have any questions. And you send that message out. Another item on that third list is the cool off period. And I'm going to pause there, because lately I've been going online and I've been searching for all the amazing relationship coaches that are online, helping hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, doing amazing jobs. And none of them are talking about how to have better breakups. They're talking about how to heal, how after the breakup happens, how to heal, how to recover, how to get back out there. And I love all of them for doing the best they can. And this is another shameless commercial here, that I'll love to share this protocol with other professionals that do relationship coaching and therapies, because I've tested this with enough people, including myself, to know that the results work. Meaning that there's this protocol for 2 hours can heal a person's perception of what happened in the relationship, so they can learn the lessons from it, and they can completely not just move on, but upgrade their thinking, upgrade their way of being, and seeing the relationship as the best thing that could have happened to them, because now they have these lessons. Even if the lessons were shit, now you know that the shit, it stinks. Isn't that great? Because now you can tell yourself, I don't like shit anymore. And what I like instead is flowers. And I like, say, lavender. And I promised myself that I'm only going to have eyes for lavender from now on. For some people to get to that point, they have chosen unconsciously to be in shit and play with it and smell it for a while, sometimes decades even. Once they get the lesson, they don't have to do this lesson anymore. They can just do this lesson here, which is lavender. Sorry for the graphic there, but lavender is good, isn't it? You get how a breakup can be the best thing. You're starting to get. There's a moment in the relationship agreement of completion that all of the negative things turn into lavender. Okay. And it's a magical moment, and something that I wish upon everyone. I'm going to open a different loop here. This is one reason why I did what I did with my ex at the time. Actually, I'm going to share two reasons. One was that I wanted to keep the friendship with her, and we don't talk often. Maybe it's been 6 months. However, there's an open line of communication, and it's healthy. And that's happened with me for the last 5 relationships. Ever since I tried the first relationship agreement, I tried with the second agreement of completion. So I've had 5 so far personally. And what has happened is every time there's a healthy, open line of communication with strong boundaries, healthy boundaries. It's similar to a country. If you were to personify a country living next to a different country, and if you can make it a caricature of 2 countries being 2 people, they can be allies. However, the border is very clear. The boundary is very clear. Does that make sense? I hope it is. So the other reason is, and I laugh because some of you might get this if you have kids, and if you don't, you might get it anyways. Imagine 20 years from now. So I want to have kids eventually. Imagine 20 years from now, and let's say my kids are now, 18, 19, 20, they're dating, and they're having similar problems in relationships that I had when I was dating. And part of my values is I want my kids to have better problems. I don't want them to have problems of breaking up, or how to bring up the conversation of how to, I feel weird about it. It's an uncomfortable conversation. No, I want my kids to, and this might be selfish of me. And you might agree with the selfishness, some selfishness can be healthy, that I want my kids to have better problems, such as dating in different galaxies, or the problem is that, they how many, like how much love they can exchange or build in their new families or their new relationships. I want their problems to be better than I'm not going to, quote unquote, I'm not going to get into a relationship because then it's going to break up, because it's happened time and time again. When you could use a protocol like the relationship agreement completion, get into as many relationships as you want, knowing that you can end it and feel better than when you were in the relationship, because you got this juicy, beautiful, gorgeous things called lessons that look and smell and feel like lavender. It puts a different spin on wanting to be in relationships. Because if you, and here we're not even talking about how to improve a relationship. We're not there yet. This is only to end one, if you feel like you need to end one, or to heal a past relationship. And can you see how people or you could heal a past relationship, a breakup that you had, and you could start dating again, knowing that if you need to end the relationship, you can do it in a way where both people are respected, acknowledged, empowered. They are seen, heard. What other qualities or adjectives, adjetivos, I'm just going to say in Portuguese. How many adjetivos are there? Yeah. And you might ask, well, what if my partner doesn't want to do the relationship agreement with me of completion? You do it alone. You do it alone. Okay, you do it on, you heal it for you. The relationship agreement of completion, most of it is one-sided. Most of it is one-sided, meaning you do it, you're doing it for you. The person is there to do it with you at the same time, but they don't need you to do it. The only part that you need agreement with the other is the third list, which is the final agreements, which have to do with getting your things back, settling bills or money that you might owe or they might owe you, things that are more in the physical realm and not in the mental or emotional realm. For the first two lists, you don't need them. You can do it on your own. And I think that's it. I think this is a good live, a good video for now. Virginia, do you have any questions? You can unmute yourself.
No, I have no questions. I thought that was a very interesting way of breaking up without destroying anything. So thank you for that. That was very, very, very helpful.
Welcome. You're very welcome. So this is it, y'all who are watching this on replay. And thanks, Virginia, for coming on and listening to this, to my, I don't know, sometimes it feels like I'm ranting because I feel so passionate about, like, you don't have to, because, I was sharing with you the other day how I've joined a few breakup groups on Facebook to share this protocol. And almost every 2 or 3 minutes, there's a new post of someone around the world going, like, typing something like, I can't do this anymore, I want her back, or I can't do this anymore, I'm so alone, and then some emojis of crying faces. And I thought, there's a better way. There's a better way, and that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going to put a couple of links on the description below. and go ahead and share them. Share this video with your family and friends. And some of my past clients have asked me, can you do anything with for a version like this for children that has to do with friendships? And I did. So there's a relationship agreement of completion for kids. So it's not about a romantic relationship. It's how kids can come to their friends, and once, if they realize they don't want to be friends anymore, how to have a nice conversation and how to end the relationship in a way that keeps the communication line open, however, with strong boundaries in a good way. So I'm going to put the link on the description of this video. I'm going to put the link on the description of this video. For other classes that I do, you can go to fernandolopezjr.com, and I'll put that link also on the description, fernandolopezjr.com, Lopez with S. Do you have any questions, Virginia, before we sign out?
Nope, no questions. Now it's just doing it. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm not in a relationship, but if I'm like hating this guy, you know, and done, it's like I almost want a relationship so I can practice lavender, you know, really figuring out what I want. So, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm working with you one-on-one. So guess what? Anybody out there, Fernando Lopez is a life changer. I mean, from the art commissioning, people now being drawn to me instead of repelled from me. Well, I don't think people were repelled, but who knows? So, yep. Get in touch with Fernando.
Thanks, Virginia. And this art behind Virginia, so this is what she teaches people how to do. So this is something that she did. And she teaches people how to connect to their spirit guides and channel their spirit guides through art. So as they do art, the spirit guides are channeled through them. Yep. So pretty exciting too. Yeah, if anyone wants, Virginia, what's your website?
It's Dutton, DUTTONART, DuttonArt.com.
Awesome. Yeah, check her art out. She's available to work with individuals that meet her criteria. And it's pretty special. It's pretty amazing to hear her stories and the stories of the people that she touched by teaching them how to connect to their spirit guides and develop their artful side of them.
Well, thank you, Fernando.
Welcome.
It is. Cool. It's fun. It's fun. I think we're on a very compatible journey together. And I cannot speak enough about how quickly I'm moving forward in working through blocks I've had with you. No matter how irritating, all of a sudden he's like, okay, let's go down the timeline. I'm like, I don't want to. But I do it, and I'm telling you, life is available. And you have brought me life. So thank you.
Thank you, my friend. It's been an honor working with you too. It's been great. And for those of you wondering what the hell timeline is, yeah. It's one of the 200 techniques that I use to help people release blocks to having the career they want, the life they want, the health they want, the relationships they want. So that's what it is. That's what the timeline therapy is. It's pretty cool. It's exciting. It's easy. Some people might find it that it's too easy. And then for those people, I say, I can make it complicated if you want.
Really, sometimes I go, okay, Fernando, I'm a visual. Fernando's talking like NLP talk. I'm like, no, action. Let's do the exercise. And he's always so accommodating unless it's something I need. And he'll just come right out and go, no, we're doing this. And and every single session, we did one last night. It was awesome. I now am back in touch with my partner in art. You know, I wrote the letter. I said, look, this doesn't work for me. This and this and this. And I said, we need a meeting this weekend. If we can't do that, perhaps we're not meant to work with each other. Next thing I know is I get, yes, I'll try and make it at 5. And I just write try. No, not good enough. You know, if you can't do it today, tomorrow. And the clarity. Fernando, the clarity that you have brought into focus. And I'm clear about what I do and what I want. But what I think is clear and what other people might think is clear, very far apart. So I have no problem acknowledging the work you do, the movement, because I've experienced it. And I'm available if anyone wants to get in touch with me and go, tell me about Fernando. I'll go, absolutely. You know, absolutely. You not only empower and the thing I say about you is you make life work easily. It's not hard. It's easy. Once I turn off my brain about.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's what I have to say about you, Fernando.
Thank you.
Thank you for today.
Thank you. Thank you for the gift. You have a way with words. Thank you so much. I'm privileged to work with you. I learned a lot from working with you. One of my teachers taught me that, your clients might light up your own baggage. So, so it's a privilege working with you because you're playing at such a level that is so beautiful. You bring in art and spirituality together in a way I've never seen before.
Thanks.
And so I want to support you as much as possible. And with today's class on the relationship agreement of completion, I'm wondering what you will do. And I wonder what's going to happen when you do the lists, like the first list, all the positive, the second list, all the negatives. And the third list is it could be a summary of what am I going to do now? So this is mental, emotional, this is mental, emotional, this is physical. What am I going to do now?
Well, in just what you did, See, with me, it hasn't been with a relationship. All my clients have a relationship with me, but as far as one person, like my significant other or my, that's not what I'm working on. I'm working on, so I see this as relationship, but everything's relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my relationship with my boss or my,
Yeah.
I am my boss and my relationship with me. So that's what happened. And what happened during this phone call is my partner just writing down, and I see justifications come up. So that's on my second list. I don't want justification. You know, it's like, I don't want, it's like writing in Venus Mars book, women are from Venus, men from Mars. I wrote down, I made a list of all the things I wanted in a job, and I got every single thing on my list. Everything from 3-month vacation to only having one person in this job, everything. But I didn't do the second list. So on top of everything I wanted, I didn't say, I don't want a heroin addict. I got a heroin addict as my boss. I didn't say, you know, so I really see the value in the second list, putting both sides. Everything has two sides of the coin. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I swear, I'm glad I popped on. I have so much fun doing this because I love to grow. I love to learn. We've worked a lot on money issues. I'm going to make the lists on them, you know, and money's coming in. It's outside of the familiar for me. And I love that.
I know you do. And you know, what the distinction you brought into this conversation of taking the relationship agreement of completion to non-intimate relationships, it's usually what happens on month 2 or 3 of the clients working with me on the Game of Life 1-year program. And you are so dialed in that even without me mentioning it, you already went there.
Well,
That you,
yeah, I'm excited. I tell you, I'm excited. Even life is life. Life can be tough. It is. It's hard being a human sometimes. And just the what you bring to the table it's not hard. You know, it can be so simple. So God, I adore you. I think what you're doing for me, I can only speak for myself. I can say, oh yeah, the world needs you. Well, yeah, but yeah, the world, I need you. I just know the joy and the growth and development I get out of working with you. So
Thank you. It's mutual. The feeling is so mutual. I hope you know it. Okay. It's
I
very
do know it.
okay,
I
good.
do know it. It's like we've got compatibility. But I see this with you, with everyone. I see this with people I've told about you. All of a sudden, I'm getting calls. Fernando is amazing, and I go, of course he is. I'm not gonna. I I'm not going to support someone who isn't of the highest of quality. So I'm going to stop because I don't want your head to explode all over your
My
space.
tea. My yeah.
Your tea.
My green tea with blueberries.
Yeah, well, that might help the green tea bit for me. See, right there, learn something new.
Thank you, Virginia. I love you. Thank you.
I
Thank you
love
so
you
much.
too. Okay.
All right. For everyone else, please visit duttonart.com, duttonart.com. Get in touch with Virginia. And for the list of classes I have available, go to fernandolopezjr.com. I'm so glad that you got to watch this. And if you have any questions, click on the links below. And, I'm looking forward to seeing you in one of these classes. And if you want to, if privacy if you want things to be more private as far as not being on these lives, we can do that too. Click on the links below and schedule a one-on-one session with me. And sending you a lot of love from sunny San Diego, California to wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a great evening, great morning, great afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching this. And my name is Fernando Lopez, signing out.